The month was May 1st to May 31st.
But it's for this.
I thought we were just honoring them. I didn't know we was doing it with the month.
No, it's the month.
It's for that month.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're good.
All right, well, my bad.
I'm King Nate, Bud, and Hill, and today we're bringing you a special. We talked about it before. We are celebrating Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month, and we're going to celebrate by none other than representing.
The month is gone.
People, but it's CP time. You know, I know it's probably not appropriate for 2021, but we're black folks. We're a little late.
Facts. We
still wanted to get it in.
That's it. Even though we come late to the party, we still want to show love to the host, right? So we're showing love to all of our people in the culture of our Asian American, Pacific Islanders, especially to show love for why we have this Heritage Month, to celebrate the culture, the achievements, and just what they brought to America with the beauty, food, music, art. We want to show love for that. Science. We want to show love for that. But in this episode, we're going to show love to the bottles.
Gives us a reason to drink, people.
You know what I mean? Because that's what we love to do. Because it's all about what we drinking. All right. So to start, we want to kick it off with none other than the Hibiki Harmony.
The Hibiki Harmony or the Hibiki, however, I'm not too sure how it's pronounced. But it's the blend or the replacement for the 12-year-old.
Yep.
They still have a 17 and a 21-year-old, which I have not seen anywhere, which I'd love to get my hands on.
Hard to buy.
Definitely.
Everything's expensive right now. Japanese whiskey.
Oh, it's going up.
Yeah,
I've noticed the price going up everywhere. I mean, I was in Vegas a couple months ago, and I saw that in Walgreens.
Wow.
But you can't find it where we are right now.
Wow.
I should have bought it. I should have bought a couple bottles. I was slipping.
Yeah. So,
but it's supply, right? So supposedly supply is running low, and you know what happens when supply runs low. Like Buffalo Trace.
Demand goes high, prices go high.
100%. So we're Hibiki. We talking about the House of Suntory, right? Started when? 1899.
1899.
Right. Built on. One thing I do love about culture, and I'm gonna let my man Bud kind of dig deep into it, is that there's a certain perfection that gets kind of added to when we look at Japanese culture that I think us within our community, at the Cookout, we've always migrated towards, right? If you go into back in the day, you go in any of our homes, we always used to kind of have the art infused Japanese art, stylings, things in our house, because it was just always about that class, kind of perfection, style, beauty. So I think that's pretty dope. You can just see it in their bottle.
You can see it in the bottle right there, and the top. Have you paid attention to that?
Oh, 100%. This actually, fam, you take any of their bottles, hell, you can just scratch off this. This is a perfect decanter.
Oh, that's
so
my
100% read. There you go.
That's my decanter.
So give us a little bit more of the history on what we're talking about for this House of Suntory.
As we said, it started in 1899. The pioneer spirit paved the way for Western liquors in Japan. In 1923, they challenged in creating an original Japanese whiskey. Kotobukiya sets out to create an authentic whiskey born from the Japanese climate and suited to Japanese palates.
So like I said, it goes right back to what I think, to me, largely represents, that particular culture, is that they believe in perfecting it. If you're going to do it the best. Do it with precision. And I think that they have hit that mark completely with just styling. You know me, I love a bottle. I think that bottle is amazing. Again, I think it's a good looking bottle. I love the bridge on it. The artwork at the top is it's kind of like that kiss of detail that you want to see from, anyone, any distiller. I think it's just super dope.
Yeah, I mean, it comes out of the House Suntory, the distillery, which also makes Yamazaki, which is another hard one to find.
Yeah, which is also a distillery, right? So not just a bottle, but it's also a distillery. You have the Yamazaki distillery, because they do make a lot. They're a house for a lot of different spirits. Because as we know, this is a blended. So we're talking about a blended. This is, the major ingredients for this. We're talking about malt and grain. We talking about what? Aged in white oak barrels.
And Mazurna.
Yep. And now
Mazurna oak.
that's
Japanese Mazurna oak.
That's
I'm
the
saying
rare.
it right.
So they're it's hard to pronounce. That is one of the rarest oak barrels.
Yes.
Tagging at 6,000 plus. So they definitely went. But see, this feels like how Johnny Walker did their 25, their blue label, because they took that mixture of more of their distilleries for the higher end of their aging process, their aged blends, and they tried to make that. So I think this is kind of like on par when I think about the distilling and how they blended their whiskeys, that they tried to follow the same process. You feel me? So you're talking about what, 10 different blends over 5 different types of oaks to make this. That's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive.
They took their time.
Yeah,
And
ABV 43%.
And the price of it is anywhere from 80 to 120.
Okay. So on the nose, what we getting, man? What we getting? Bloodhound. What we getting on the nose?
Smells like a bed of rose petals.
I get orange, like they, hold on, we give you the tasting notes, what they say. You're supposed to get white chocolate, caramel, the nose you should get wood and floral, and honey.
What did they? Rose petals, a bed of rose petals.
Hey, no.
I get
Facts.
that, I get an orange,
Lotus flower.
oh man, that's a popular
a
plant.
little bit of vanilla in there. That might be the white chocolate that they say, but let's see what it tastes like.
This smells amazing.
Oh,
This smells amazing. But fam,
I tasted it because
you
I
did?
was getting long with it. So
That's
folks,
long.
this is
That
what
was-
we drinking, not what we talking about.
hey, but we gotta talk about what we drinking. So fam,
Nah, I'm just kidding.
pour it up.
you know what I get in there? Y'all remember the pear from, the apple and pear from the Jane?
Yeah.
You get some of that?
I mean, I get fruit. It's a little dry.
In the end, the finish is dry.
Almost like a rye type, where
I don't get a spice, but it's just.
you didn't get like a bit of a kick in the back. I got a bit of a
tingle on
kick.
the tongue.
Yeah, I got a bit of a rye kick right here in the back of my palate. So, and maybe because I did try to, I'm trying to be more, as everybody knows, I'm more of the younger drinker in the group. I'm trying to be more of that aficionado, so I was chewing it a little bit more. Maybe that brought out why I was getting more of that spice in the back of my palate.
They use rye in their grains that they use for the mash bill, so
Makes sense.
Okay. So what you taste?
I get pear, apple. Excuse me, not apple, but orange. I'm looking for that white chocolate that I smell, but I can't find it.
What about you, man? What about you, Hill?
I mean, besides just the fruity note, that's all I got.
Were you okay? Was there a wow factor to the harmony? Was there something? Did it jump out at you? Would you even say this is something that you would bring to the cookout?
I probably would not. No, sir.
Why not?
One, I mean, that's a little expensive. Two, just for what you're getting, I mean, I guess it's low ABV. I don't get like a lot of complexity to it. So for me, if I'm just talking about, for the cookout, it might work actually. I take that back because our focus is what people will drink at the cookout.
Yes.
People will drink that, definitely.
But for your palate, you're saying
No, sir.
definitely not. The low ABV is really not a fan.
It's that,
not
it's not complex
going
to
for you.
me. I mean, I do get some fruit in it, but I just, like, call me a proof hound. There's something to that, but not just that. It's a different kind of taste. It's not really for me.
Okay. Ghetto Small Yay. What about you? What's your thoughts?
It'll go because of the low proof and the little bit of sweetness that you get in it. I think would be good because you can mix drinks with it, but you shouldn't for the price. But you can probably make a nice drink with that.
Okay. All right.
And I mean, there is a little bit of, I get a little bit of warmth as it goes down the palate. So, I mean, it's not that low. You definitely get a little bit
I'm
out.
at 86. So, 86 proof.
To me, I like this. there's a sweeter back end that I'm getting as it sits here. I get a sweeter back end, so it's not like rough. So that's the lower ABV. I generally love my lower ABVs when it comes to drinking different spirits. So I would definitely have to say that I am a particular fan of this. I won't say it's the best thing I've ever drank, and it won't sit in my I gotta immediately buy it. But if I got this as a gift, I would be happy with this as a gift.
Oh, yeah.
I would bring this to the cookout. I do believe that most people I share this with will enjoy it. I think they will enjoy it for two reasons. One, they may not want to feel like, oh, I don't know what you just brought, and want to feel like, oh yeah, this is good because it looks good, because it does look good as a bottle.
The presentation
is definitely there. But it also, to me, tastes good enough that I think that I would bring this and nobody would turn their nose up to it. This would be definitely a decent bottle that would be a good hit at a cookout. So yeah, absolutely. Okay. So fam, that's what it is. Hibiki Harmony. Let us know what you think. Do you like it? Do you love it? Give us your notes on it. Definitely love to appreciate to hear the feedback. So next up, we are talking about the Shinju Japanese whiskey. And we know this comes from the Shinju distillery. As being a Japanese whiskey, what are we talking about?
Okay, well, Shinju Distillery in Nirasaka, Japan. They actually, I guess a little tidbit is they actually picked that location because of the climate. It basically is more suitable, kind of, because they wanted to be like a Scotch feel.
Gotcha.
I guess the ABV, not really certain why, but that was the reason why they picked Nirasaka, was due to the climate and how it was comparable to Scottish climate.
Nope.
The owner is Robert Montgomery. He's a local guy. This actually black owned, so it's both Asian Pacific and black owned. We respect that, and locals.
Love that.
All three. We respect that. Cap City Beverage Company actually imports it from Nirasaka, and that's how you get the Shinju. Water is actually from Mount Fuji to process it.
Please don't confuse with Fiji. We talking Fuji, because I know how my people can act. So just want to be clear on that. You know what I mean? But definitely, and there's another cool tidbit too, that Shinju does have a meaning, right? There's a meaning,
dual meaning.
It does.
Yes.
Yeah. You want to talk about it?
No, because I might have messed up. I was trying to think about, what did I say? You said don't confuse it with Fiji.
Yeah.
What did I say? Fuji.
You said Fuji. You said you're fine. You're good.
Right.
All right,
I
you're
was
good.
fine.
See? And that's
Right.
the confusion we
You
talking
know.
about. Because our people be like, damn it, did I say Fiji? No, you got it right, Mike. Okay. Fuji. But there's a double meaning. But because of that, I don't want to talk about the double meaning. I want to talk about the meaning that the distillery actually came up with. And that's what, bud? What we talking?
The Shinju means pearl.
That's right. So they actually, so a part of the lore, right? They always said that pearls in Japanese culture comes from the tears of angels.
Yes.
So when you're drinking the Shinju, if you believe in the lore, you're actually drinking, what I would consider, say, some blended, infused tears of angels. That actually adds some dopeness to me. So when we're talking about the Shinju in particular, so it is a blend, right?
Yes.
As before. So we're talking about distillery from Yamazaki, Chita, and I believe Hakushu, right? The Hakushu distillery. So you do have, it's a proprietary blend. So we could not really find out exactly, how much of which. We do know though, it's, I believe it was around the 80 proof? What was it? 80 proof?
It's 80 proof.
Yeah.
She's light.
So she's gonna be a light one. She's a light one. So Bud, what we talking? What's on the nose, man?
I get about a barrel.
Really?
Oak.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah? Now
It covers up any of the sweetness that I smell from the Hibiki.
Now, fam, if you've been following along with us on this journey, we everybody knows Hill, aka Can't Get Right, nose is completely broken.
Yeah.
So the oak coming through, that's a big thing for us. That's like a big one. So might have some hints of feeling like Pete if he's feeling that he's smelling some oak. I ain't saying it is, but that's something meaningful there, man. That's definitely something meaningful. And I can somewhat agree to that, man. So hey,
It covers up the other smells, doesn't it?
Now, what they were saying with this is actually made for cocktails. Like, I mean, if
Completely.
you do any research or look on their website,
Oh, yeah.
a lot of mixed drink recommendations on their Facebook page and on their IG. So that 40% ABV or 40% alcohol, like that, is
Perfect.
they're I guess aiming for, because it's like, I mean, we've all had this, so you know, we're reviewing
see.
it.
They're pushing for it. They're definitely pushing for it. They're not saying drink this straight. So fam, pour it up. Oh, okay. I'm a fan.
Tastes like a scotch. Actually.
It does. It tastes like a scotch. It tastes like a scotch. I get the woody. I get a woodiness out of it. Light a bit of. I can just light on some honey. I get a honey with a little bit of like a vanilla bean, but definitely an oakiness to the taste. Definitely an oakiness to that taste. So I like this. This is definitely in my window of a yes, I'll drink this. This is one of my things that I'm a fan.
I think this one actually would be better for a cookout. One for the cocktail mixed drink feel, but then also it just tastes better.
Yeah, it's a drink straight.
Yeah.
You can drink this straight.
Yeah.
This is a drink straight. There's no, honestly, if I was to bring this to the cookout, there's nothing about being upset if somebody put some ice in it, because that's what it was his intent anyway, to be a mixed drink. So if they just want to drink it on ice, cool. If you wanted to drink it neat, cool. Want to mix it as a drink, it checks all the cookout boxes.
So
It checks all the cookout boxes. This is good.
it's good to me. Preferably, I would only make mixed drinks with it.
So you wouldn't drink it straight. Would you drink it on ice?
Well, it's not very.
it's
not complex. Okay.
So
I will
there
say
you go. So that's
it's
what I'm
very
saying.
light.
Yeah.
So you're not getting a lot out of it.
Still like the Hibiki a little more. I think that has a little more complexity, but to me, for my taste buds. But this is good, and for mixed drinks, it would probably be real good.
I just like the flavor profile better.
It's more
whatever I'm getting from it.
more wood.
Yeah.
I like it better.
I like the barrel taste too, but I don't know. In that one, I just get a little more fruit note too.
I like this. I would almost want to. I'm almost curious. You know, the one thing that I think one day we're gonna have to do, family, but I would love to kind of get a review to see what women would take to this. I think women would take to this bottle. It's light enough. I don't think it's too aggressive or harsh. I think women would love this. Even on ice, I think they would love this. Mixed drink, 100%. We all know mainly women would love a good mixed drink. But I think that this would definitely be something that I could give my wife. I don't know about your wife, because your wife's a legit, she got a palate. She has a legit palate. So I don't know how much she might like it.
That tends to my location, not my location, but and what I was saying earlier, like I let my wife taste both of these, and she likes the Hibiki more.
I could understand. I could see that decision. As family, what you may not know, wife's a bourbon drinker. She has a palate. I can kind of see how they made it as a couple together. You know,
I'm saying we bounded over alcohol.
I'm just saying y'all might be that.
That's our only connection.
I'm not trying to say, but it might be Lady and the
Sorry.
Tramp. With
Whoa.
you significant on the tramp. You know what I mean? So, fam, Shinju.
She saved me, huh?
Yeah,
The Cap City
Shinju.
Beverage.
Cap City
Ohio,
Beverage.
Maryland.
You know what I mean?
Maryland.
Asian, but
Exactly.
part owner in the black community. This is a cookout.
Good job.
This is good. This is good.
Definitely go to the cookout.
Cookout, 100%. 100%. So, fam, definitely last, but definitely not least. We just had to say what's good. We just had to bring it in. One of the most popular people in the world, hands down. We understand who they are, what they're about. None other than Teramana Tequila, specifically the Reposado, from none other than, taking it down to the Mana, which he talks about so much of his island, Samoan, Dwayne The Rock Johnson's Teramana Reposado Tequila. We had to talk about it. I know we've seen tons of reviews. Hell, you don't even need to do reviews on this bottle because he does them on his own. Follow his IG page. He talks about it all the time. But we had to bring it in to pay homage because
You shortchanged.
It's right here. It's a popular bottle. It's breaking all types of records.
It's gonna
Teramana is breaking records everywhere. So we just have to talk about it.
When it first came out, couldn't find it.
That's right. So agave from Jalisco, Mexico, which is the motherland. If you're talking about a tequila brand, agave, you're gonna get. If you want that premium agave, you're gonna go to Jalisco, Mexico.
Disgust on his face.
I feel like Brandon in Step Brothers, where he didn't want to go the short way home because he was worried about having to eat white dog crap. I'm trying to take the long way home and not drink this.
So, fam, go back. Check out our añejo. We talked about the Avion Reserva. You will understand why the trepidation is on my man's face. You can tell he is not a fan of tequila. It has nothing to do with the brand. It has nothing to do with the it is just tequila in general. He is just not a big fan. But that does not deter us from talking about this Teramana Reposado. So we're talking about what? We're saying from them what? Oat, vanilla is in this. It's been aged for how long? What are we talking
What's
about?
a reposado? So you get anywhere from like 3 months to a year.
There you go. Exactly. We talking about what? It was. I think we talked about how it was roasted. Over 3 days. Yeah. Once it comes out, is what
the plant.
Yeah.
The plant itself.
The agave plant.
The agave plant. Then is what copper. What do we say? Copper steel.
Yeah.
Handmade, right? Hand done.
Yeah.
So we're talking about this is very for someone to be in wrestling, to movies, then to get into spirits. He took this seriously. I would argue to say he took this very, very seriously in creating a tequila brand that's just blown up. But let's talk about what's most important. What we got on the nose, fam? What we talking about for this particular brand of what we drink?
Agave.
100%. It's tequila.
Yeah, you gonna get that.
It's tequila. Now, Hill, we talked about this earlier. You had made a mention that you felt like it was something already added.
So
exactly, right? Already in. Normally,
that could be completely wrong.
All of us, you know how we are. We salt the rim, which we don't know if that's really a thing or not, but we just do it now. Let's talk about the taste, and none other than we gotta pour it up. So, family, pour up.
Again, for he'll say you're allowed to heal when you drink.
Yes, I am. I like to drink.
What? It's fucking killing me. I swear to God.
I like to drink.
Excuse my French.
All I heard was this in my ear. Come on, man.
You all can go to Teramana Hill. Okay? Okay?
You coming with me?
Okay?
So I get
that's what I'm cooking.
Hints of oak and lighter fluid.
Just don't like it.
Nah, he just can't stand tequila.
He just don't like
good tequila. Now I do tell you, I use this to make my margaritas.
Oh, 100%. This is what we use.
Yeah. We'll clean your gun.
Yeah. I got other stuff for that.
I guess to shoot yourself with. You really don't like this at this moment. My wife and I, 100%. We have the Blanco. We have this is our third bottle of Reposado. We might have our fourth bottle of Blanco. We go through a lot of this. Like, we're fans of this.
But do you sit and sip it or?
Oh no, 100% mix. Oh no, we love margaritas. Like, it's Taco Tuesday in our household every week. So we love it, but not because it's gimmicky, because it's the rock. It's because it actually is good. It's actually because I think most tequilas for me in our community. We don't drink this straight. It's not like shots. We don't do this like Fireball. We mix this, and it's a very good mixer. It's a good mixer.
Looking forward to the añejo coming out.
Exactly.
That's more up my alley, and hopefully they got an extra añejo coming out.
Would you like to sip?
Yeah, because it's more of a sipping tequila. I'd rather sit down and sip.
And in 2021 is when the añejo is expected
To really, I think COVID.
Have it on your radar, but they already had pre-orders. Looks like pretty much all the sites that we went to is already sold out.
Yeah.
So
That hurt right there.
a little bit.
I mean, because it's light, and it's easy to drink, but it's not bad.
I don't hate it. And actually having for the first time drink it straight, because again, we always just mix it. When we talking about this, we just making margaritas. So I having just sipped this straight, I like it. I don't see anything wrong with it. But again, I like things that are lighter, not so aggressive. Tequila is 100% that. Tequila is not aggressive. It's light. You drink it, it's over almost immediately once it goes down your palate. It's almost over in its experience. So I'm not. It doesn't do like what I think you enjoy, that long finish like a bourbon, kind of sit with you a little bit, you know. It doesn't do that, and maybe that's what I enjoy more
I can still
than you know.
taste it. I can still get the
Really?
oak. Yeah.
Nah, I don't need that at
I
all.
get the oak and a little bit of vanilla in there.
Dude,
I
how
can
about
taste
you?
that.
Do you still see it sitting with you right now? Like, is there a long finish with
See
it?
the
I
disgust
wish
on this man's
it was
face?
not.
You see the disgust on his face?
It is.
It's sitting with you? Okay.
That man need water now.
Right.
Hey man, pour him up something else.
He need to drink something else, right? He's like,
Hey,
please,
man, give this
don't,
man a barrel
please
full
don't
of
let this
something.
be the last thing we drink in the lineup, right?
Need some milk.
He needs some milk.
Hey, so fam, this has been the episode that we've been wanting to do. Like we said, we've been late to the cookout, but when we show up, we want to make sure we show love. This has been the Hibiki. It has been the Shinju, the Teramana.
Can we give him a price on the Shinju?
Shinju.
What you pay for it?
20 anywhere from $27 to $50 for that.
That's perfect. That's a perfect price. Perfect price.
Try
For
and find
this?
it. Try and find it, people.
Yeah.
I would say that's
Go get
support.
Support the man.
No,
Support
100%.
them all.
Yeah, 100%. Support them all.
But he's local, so.
Part
Rock
black
don't need no
on.
support.
Gotta
Rock is all right.
Right, yeah, gotta go. Rock don't need more support. He's every time. First of all,
he's well.
I'm still waiting on the ice cream. I'm trying to get the ice cream. The salt and straw. They have an infusion with his tequila. You can't find it anywhere. Listen, Rock. I know you're gonna see our episode. I should probably put a little joint like wishful thinking right above us, right? But hey, I would love to find a way to get your salt and straw ice cream. It would be fire. But either way, yeah, we understand. This is award winning. This needs to get way more recognition, in my opinion. This is good. And this is not a last but least. This is still a very, very, very good bottle. You can't go wrong with buying any of these that we presented, fam.
Now, all of those can come with you to the cookout.
Oh,
every
100%.
last one of them.
And they will be fans. They will be big winners. They will be fans. The party would definitely jump off because you mixing drinks, you taking shots, and you just having a good time. So fam, this has been Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month for What We Drinking. As always, I'm King Naves, Bud, and Hill, and this has been another episode of What We Drinking. And as always, family, please drink responsibly, but more importantly, just drink.
In your house.
Love.